Anybody feeling afraid out there? I don't know. There's a lot of fear right now. And if there wasn't already our original fear, which is our anxiety and worries and concern about life, there's this sort of bigger fear happening right now. Don't you agree? But the thing is, we can actually handle our fear creatively. And by that, I mean we can actually use our creativity to help our hearts to feel less fear, more peace, more joy. That's what we're going to talk about today. Welcome back to the channel. It's Sam from thesamanthawild.com. Mwah! Big hugs and kisses to my new subscribers and my old subscribers. Don't forget thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. This is a channel where you will find lots of good stuff around creativity, healing, sustainability, inspiration for your creative path. And I do a lot of weaving. I mean, literally being a weaver, but a lot of weaving the different elements of our healing work, our creative work, our artistic work, our spiritual work. And whether we're doing it for our art or for our lives, it kind of makes just one great big tapestry. So thanks for being here. And I actually think this topic of fear is really potent, powerful, and necessary. As you can see, I'm in the studio, kind of on the other side of where I often am standing for my videos. And it's a very busy week here at my house. Some of you know I have 6 kiddos. I've got 2 birthdays, my husband's birthday today, another kiddo's birthday is tomorrow. And so a lot is going on, but it felt really important to me to talk about fear. Not just because people are talking to me about fear, but me feeling fear and just thinking about the collective consciousness bubbling. It's like a bubbling pot of terror. And I was simultaneously thinking about this piece that's on my loom. And what do the two of them have to do with each other? Well, really, I'm a free-form, intuitive, creative art weaver, fiber artist. And so when I make things, I don't decide ahead of time. For the most part, unless I'm doing like a commission or something very specific, I really don't decide ahead of time. And I'm not supposed to decide ahead of time what I'm making. But I had this idea of what I wanted to make, measured it all out, put it on here, started shooting the shuttle. And then I thought, this isn't going to work. Maybe I need to unweave it. Unweaving takes a little bit of time. Out it would come, out it would come. But the cloth was talking to me and it was actually saying, you could keep going. It's just that I'm not going to end up being what you think I'm going to end up being. I was like, thank you, because I love it when my loom or my fabric or my fibers talk to me. I love a good life lesson from the loom, and I need them. I need all of them. I don't know if you're like that, but I pretty much need every lesson that's coming at me. Anyway, it made me realize that what I was feeling actually was fear. Okay, not giant, amazing world fear, but just small fear that I'd make a mistake. I wouldn't make what I wanted. It wouldn't turn out right. Now, if you're a creator or maker, you know what that's like. We're always experiencing those kinds of fears. It's like fear of failure light. But in intuitive creating, we're listening. We're like opening up our divine ears to the divine voice and we're listening. So it's like, keep going, keep going, keep going. And so I've continued to keep going, even though it doesn't look anything like I thought it would look. And it made me think about how we practice our art translating into how we handle our fear in our regular lives. So the truth is, every single thing that you make can end up becoming useful or beautiful or wonderful, even though it's not going to look like maybe what you had in your head. And isn't that true for our lives too? I mean, so many times I got married and I had 4 kiddos and that marriage ended up in a divorce. And let me tell you, that wasn't my plan. It did not end up looking like I thought it would. But do we need to be afraid of those kinds of things? The fear comes in when it's like, I'm trying to control or direct the path, the project, the way things are supposed to go, instead of opening up to the river that flows, the river of our creativity, and saying, actually, this piece is now guiding me. I have a wee little inkling of what I think it should be, so maybe come back for the next video and I'll show you. But I'm actually just trying to let it be. Why does that help our fear? Because letting things be actually is less stressful and produces less tension. As soon as we are in a place of less stress and less tension, we experience more peace. Peace is, in fact, one of the great antidotes for fear. Oh, now I'm over here with the other loom. But do you know what another antidote for fear is? You probably know this. You could probably tell me. The other antidote to fear is love. And that's why you really can handle your fear creatively, because if there's any creative work that you love or that you love to do, or that when you're doing it makes you feel love, then you are actually rising up that wonderful healing agent that directly applies to these terrible feelings that we have of fear and anxiety. Our creative artistic work is a prescription for our anxiety and our fear. And we need to do it and do it and do it and do it every day and do it every day and do it over again and not think that it's trivial. I mean, if you sit down and do your creative work and it makes you stressed and angry and irritated and frustrated, then don't be doing it. But if it makes you feel love, if when you're weaving, I'm weaving an ocean piece here. Oh my gosh, I love the ocean. And every time I'm weaving the ocean, I just feel so much love. I mean, every time I'm weaving, actually, I feel love. And that's why when I bring myself into that space, it's like watching scales or balances. As the love energy rises, the fear energy lowers. So we really can be people who let that creative path guide us. I just looked out the window and there's the biggest robin, puffed up huge.
Look at that big bird.
Anyway, that made me really happy. So I don't know what you're looking at right now, but thinking about fear or handling our fear creatively means not just doing the same things we always do with it. Look, if your fear is higher than usual, which it could be right now for lots of reasons, don't just handle it in the usual way. Handle it creatively. Think about yourself and your creativity and your artistic work. How many things you bring when you're coming to your painting, when you're doing your pottery, when you're doing your crafting. Bring all of that diversity of ability of thought to your fears and your anxieties. As the Shakira song goes, try everything. And the first things we should try is opening up that ear, that divine ear, and listening to that divine voice that can be guiding us in our work and in our life. And the second thing is to really be in the love. Do the things that you love. If it's not creating, if it's like creating and crafting aren't doing it for you right now, then find something else. And let the love rise and let some of that anxiety lower down. So please don't forget getting the thumbs up. It really does matter on YouTube. Subscribing matters a whole lot. Sharing, maybe commenting. I never seem to get comments. I think I should be asking you all questions. How about what videos would you like me to make, or what topics do you want me to talk about? Put it in the comments. And then maybe next time I'll be showing you what comes of this cloth that told me, don't worry about what your plan was before. I'm going to be something else. Please go ahead and visit thesamanthawild.com. Hit the link to the weaving shop. There are lots of beautiful things up in my weaving shop. And I hope that you see them and enjoy them and appreciate them and maybe even buy some of them, including this wonderful scarf, which I don't know why this one didn't go. Usually I know which pieces are going to go right away, but I don't know, maybe sometimes they're meant for me. Until next time, I hope you have a really creative day.